as I was going over the Cork and Kerry mountains. I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier. Stand and deliver, for you are a bold deceiver. I said, ooh-rama-doo-rama-da. Wait for the daddy-o, wait for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Hi friends, welcome back to Sailing Liberty.
We're really glad you're back. And I'm glad we're back.
In an idyllic Jungle Cove.
Yeah, it is the cutest spot in the world. Calm waters. You know, every morning when the shrimpers come in after their overnight voyage, and you know how magical that is. You've seen the episode about the shrimping. You hear the wake, you feel the wake, and you wake. It's the beautiful rhythm of the seaside living. Beautiful.
You wake up before the sunrise and you go to sleep at sunset. The wind is picking up and it's pretty gnarly. We are really happy that we are in safe harbor and docked in tonight. The sea looks beautiful. Look at the colors.
You know what? That last night out on the water, you probably saw the episode a couple back. I can't get it out of my head. I want to go there. And we're going there. And we have a plan. And we call it Countdown to Voyage. And we're going to make it happen. That's right. One step at a time. And since finally we got a lot of work done, including the haul out, no longer is the boat in danger of sinking, and we don't have any major problems.
Therefore, we are not afraid to make a list anymore. We have a couple of things to
It wasn't even that scary, because at some point we couldn't think of one more thing. And we're going to get it done quick, and we're going to get back on the water, because that's where we want to be. We want to be fast and furious, mobile and ready.
I wrote down the stuff. On the pink papers, there are the problems from the voyage.
Critical problem. Gotta get done.
Definitely solved before we go anywhere. And on the green sticky paper, there are actually some of them are pretty critical too.
Well, let's just figure that we got hot pink and we got green.
Yeah.
And we'll think of it like that.
What do you think is the utmost critical problem?
Obviously, it's steering, right?
Oh, you got it right.
Oh.
So this is
To do. The name of the game is to do, doing, and done. And this is where you want everything to be, down here, because that just means that it's going to require constant maintenance going forward. So anything down here becomes the maintenance list. So what we're going to do immediately is we're going to take steering and put it right over here to doing, because that's what I'm going to start on today. We think it's an Edson. We're not really sure, but I think it is. And we definitely have a Danford Constellation compass here. The trick is this little cutie. I didn't really want to touch it before I knew what it was, because I thought maybe it was something to do with adjusting the compass. But actually all you do is you pull it out. It's spring loaded. And then once you pull it out, you can lift out the whole compass, because that's what locks it in. Just locks it into this little hole or whatever. And you got a couple wires for your light. And once you get those disconnected, then you got to get some undo these 4 bolts. And these stainless steel bolts basically should get us right into the whole thing. Hey! So it's like there's these, okay, so these little screws are the adjuster things. And it somehow, which I don't know how it works yet, but I'll read about it, I guess. Probably find a good reference on YouTube. But, or maybe even just Edson, if this is an Edson. If there's a brand name on it somewhere. Maybe somebody knows. No brand name there. Alright, so there we go. We got that little cutie. Set that off to the side. And then this looks like just a spacer. And then we're into our shifter. We have our wire for our light. There is a gear. All right, so there's no way that the chain can jump off and not still be captured by the shaft. So the chain must have come apart, or the cable came off the chain or something like that, because otherwise it would still be up there on the shaft. Release this lever from the... Okay, so now the lever is no longer connected to the
Do you remember
cable.
how to put it together later?
Yes, I do. We could always watch Sailing Liberty and see how they did it, because they usually are pretty thorough with the details. I was dreading getting into this, but it's actually, this is going pretty well. There you go. You're always working with dissimilar metals. You know, you have a mast, it's always aluminum, but the hardware is always stainless, and there's always issues to get that apart. So this is a typical problem you're going to have. Right here we have an aluminum plate that has a stainless screw going into it, and it's probably been there for a very long time. So they basically weld themselves together, for lack of a better term, and the dissimilar metals create electricity and time. You add time into it, and you have something you're just not going to get undone. And we can't heat it up with a torch or any of the traditional things, because this is made out of plastic. So this little cutie, all you do is you turn the direction you want to go. In this case, I'm lefty-loosey, and then you tap it. And if you watch closely, you'll see that it's actually turning slightly with each tap. Now, I'm also applying a lot of force, you know, with my left hand here. But the tap then drives a little mechanism inside that just increases that. Now that it's broken, I might be able to just turn it just by hand. It's also just a regular screwdriver now. There we go. Let's get these out of the way. My mom used to call it a lazy man's load. You try to do something the easy way, but it's not as easy as doing it the right way. Okay, so that was bolted in there. Lots of anti-seize everywhere. Wood. Oh, that's so bizarre. This thing has always been so strong, and we're hanging on this with dear life, and now it's just like, ah!
Oh, so we should put the screws back when we don't work.
Yeah. Oh, and I see a cable going through it. Okay, I see the eye. And the last link. Oh, wow, maybe the bike, looks like the bike chain broke or came apart.
Okay, we're back in the rudder compartment.
There are threaded fittings on there, right, with a nut?
Uh-huh, like in here.
Let me see.
And they have the pins. You want me to...
Oh, there's a pin in there?
Yep, pin.
Okay.
But I can loosen the nuts, and
Okay.
then this can...
Smallest adjustable wrench. And that's what's good about it. And not much else.
It can loose.
Cool. So spin it the whole way out. So that bronze part is called the quadrant. It's a quarter of a circle. All right, I'm going to try to just pull some slack forward from the quadrant so that, oh yeah, so that all the slack is here where we need it. Okay, that's it. I got a bunch of slack there now. So that should give us, hopefully, what we need. I can see it pulling tight. So everything is running nice and tight back to the quadrant. I can see the quadrant from here. So now we just got to pull straight up and see what this looks like, what we're dealing with. What's going on inside? You want to do the hooking?
Okay.
All right. So I guess I need some kind of hook or something, right? This is how it's done. This is a boy and girl team working together as a team. Our friend Mark loaned us his best hooking device that he uses for hooking all kinds of stuff. It started life as a Shakespeare antenna on somebody's boat, probably. I don't know why I think that, but Helen's got the really sharp little peepers. She could probably even see what she's doing. Sure seems like it. What? Are you kidding? Whoa, got it. Oh, we have a broken link.
Ooh.
That's a pretty dramatic break there. So the chain looks like it's actually stainless.
So
Look how big it is. It's like a motorcycle chain.
It should go in here.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on there.
So we have to...
So the brake is closer to the other side.
And that doesn't reach on the top.
That's our problem right there. We got a broken link. Wow. Oh, we might be able to just change one link. Try to hook the other side and pull it up.
I can't even see the other side.
Almost Impossible is your middle name. I went below and checked the feeds, and it turned out that we basically had the chain on the wrong side. It goes up to the port hole, so it should be on the port side. So we just skipped it across.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
I don't know. The crevice corrosion thing. Maybe we got to get a whole new chain. You can see there's rust in the crack. And right here, this metal is completely full of rust. So this is basically rusted through. The rest of it looks pretty all right. But I guess maybe this wouldn't have really shown any outward signs either, because look, there's nothing really on the side you can see there. Well, that's pretty crazy. Good job, by the way. Helen, it's a major victory that you were able to fish those out of there. I couldn't even see them down there. Your little eagle eyes are incredible. Just being able to pull this stuff up here and we don't have to take apart anything else.
So this is totally corroded and you couldn't even, tell. This is some heavy duty stainless steel.
Looks like it.
And when this is breaking in the boat, I'm thinking, what are our chain plates doing? Since they are
the same age, maybe, too.
Same age and underneath all the fiberglass and tucked in. Stainless steel obviously don't like to be in the airtight compartments, so we are worried about our chain plates too. Chain plates.
All right. The point of Helen's last remark was that if our steering stainless has got crevice damage like you saw, what are our chain plates all about? They're encapsulated in fiberglass, which is not even a thing people do anymore. We probably should just make new chain plates.
Why we didn't raise up our mizzen sail is because
bad gooseneck.
I can lift it off. So it seems weird, maybe it's broken. We have obscure gooseneck and the new one would cost us $600. So
maybe we'll do it. We don't know. The budgets are getting really tight now that we've been building this boat back for some time. And the haul out was a great deal, but it was still a lot of money.
We went through the savings and Ted's retirement.
Hey, that's what we're here for. We're not counting on anything to be lasting forever, if you know what I'm saying without saying it.
If you're gonna be bored, then be bored on the boat.
On a beautiful yacht with your loved ones at hand and the whole world at your fingertips.
And we had a lot of problems with the electric, so we want to refresh.
As you know, I had my head down in my hole, and we're going to come back and we're going to revisit that stuff and bring that up to snuff along with our good electric, so we already put in.
We did whole restoration of our windlass.
It doesn't look good.
Come on.
Apparently it wasn't good enough. So
yes.
What do you have there? What's it called?
We have windlass backing plates.
We saw some exceptional flexing on our deck.
Yeah. What many of the people said, bow hose pipes. We got the bad chafing there.
Bow hose pipes are on the menu right now. Battery return. So yeah, we had one of our batteries go bad. It was a defect rate thing. Why don't we try to get that in the mail as soon as possible? So let's put that onto the doing side.
This is our 12-volt buffer bank. And these are our AGM batteries. One of the battery was hissing and boiling, so we switched it off and it took 2 days to cool off. So now I'm gonna measure the voltage. Red to red and black to black. and it should be between 12 to 13 volts, and ours is 11 volts. It's not good to have low voltage, and with the electrical devices there is a certain defect rate. And now what we do is we're gonna send the battery back. This company has a great return policy. Only way to know if the thing is working properly is the field test. Shakedown cruise, and we found out some things are not working as good as they should, and now we're gonna send it back and get the new one.
We're taking it step by step, and we're gonna find what works and what doesn't work, and whatever doesn't work has to get upgraded, replaced, or fixed. And it's all part of life. It's either gonna happen now or it's gonna happen out there. There's no way you could jockey this around. Woo! Okay. It's all about getting out of my way right now, little key.
Okay.
Here we go.
I don't know how we're gonna get it on the dock.
Woo! Oh, so I looked up this number we found on our pedestal,
Yeah.
and it turns out that it's a Yacht Specialties Murrayman. And I think I know Murrayman from way back. They made a lot of castings and stuff. But Yacht Specialties, YS, apparently is the manufacturer of this particular pedestal. And right now, we're still up against it to replace this chain and find the part. So that's our thing to work on this week, is finding a replacement part or chain. It might just be a standard chain, and a pretty good chance of that, but we got to get busy on that. First, now I want to get these batteries out of here, and we'll look into this deeper. But that one number led me right to the brand of this pedestal, so that's good news. So research works, and we're going to keep at it. Anchor line?
Yeah, anchor line, so I can pull the boat close. And they're gonna hold.
Ready?
Wait. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm holding. Up.
Got it.
And we always try to get it done. Self-steering control lines.
Getting connected to a center cockpit with the self-steering line is going to be a very interesting project, and that's
To
another
do
thing.
it on the wheel or on the
wheel,
tiller?
yeah. Helen insisted. She was reading one of the storm tactics book, and she read about a JSD, Jordan Series Drogue.
And I wanted one. Everything is hand stitched. That's why it probably costs so much money.
Beautiful piece.
Now we have to figure it out how we're gonna do the setup and how we're gonna design it. We think about going through the hose pipes and putting on the mooring post.
Our canoe stern is really crowded, so deployment is complicated.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to think of the next one and see if you can guess what I'm thinking. So I'm going to think. You can just try. I know it's ridiculous. You're never going to get it.
It's upside
There's
down.
no way
I don't
you're
know if I can figure it out.
All right, and take your best guess.
Air conditioning. That was the dumbest game.
The Great Houdini, what can I tell you? Okay. So yeah, it's starting to get hot. Our air conditioning quit working at the end of the season. Can you believe our boat has air conditioning? I mean, what? Was this like a rich guy's boat at some point? It has central air.
And the good news about this refrigerant is it runs a lower head pressure. Being that it's an older system, the lower head pressure is a lot less strain on it.
It was custom made at one point to someone, so
This boat was, yeah.
it was a rich man's boat. Now
Yeah.
it's like,
Not a production boat.
Yeah, now it's Poriarder's boat, but
Just regular people trying to survive the current situation and go forward in life with freedom and dignity. But, you know, that's a whole other story. We'll get to that eventually. Now, why didn't we have... No cheating. Why didn't we have...
I wrote it down.
Why didn't we get to use our forward-facing sonar on the way home?
Because we don't have NEMA backbone.
Exactly. We got to get our NEMA 2000 connections made, power supply, NEMA backbone. All that's got to happen.
So you control my memory when I wrote those things down, if I remember them.
Wait, you wrote these down? I thought these came from like this from Office Max.
Yeah.
If they even have Office Max anymore.
Okay, let me guess. The
All
next
right,
one
here you
is
go. Take
AIS
over.
radio.
You're doing a better job than me.
Wow.
So we have 2 AIS radios, but one of them is TX and RX.
Actually, we have this
Oh,
one
here it is
here.
right here. So
haven't,
we're one of the lucky few people that were able to get one of these. It cost a lot, and that's a lot of where the budget went. But this sucker is the cheapest way to broadcast AIS location, and that puts you in a good situation when you're single-handed, or basically short-handed, and you're taking turns single-handing. So other boats, other ships can see you.
Yeah,
And plus-
receiver and sender.
Yeah.
And
It connects into NEMA.
we were on the line in Defender, and we were waiting it for a long time, and it seemed almost impossible to get it
And then serendipity struck. Helen goes, why don't we call about that again?
today.
And
Because
they
I feel
had it.
today it's a good day to call. I recommend anyone to
If they're available. But
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they might not have anymore. But
anyone to get
it's
one.
worth it if you can get one. What do you got next?
Close one to the air conditioning
Ooh,
repair.
new solar.
New solar. We received 2 new solar panels to
and
test
2
them
solar
out.
charge controllers
Yeah.
and all the accoutrements.
And we hope with the new solar we can actually have air conditioning running.
Well, who knows? That's the holy grail. That's just what crazy people think that's possible. But no, this new company, they contacted us, they emailed us on our channel, and they said, hey, could we send you some solar stuff? And if you try it. Because they knew that we already were doing a lot of big electric. And we said, okay. So we're going to
not?
try it. Wow, there's still more?
Okay, let's get it over
Let's
quickly.
plow through it. Yeah.
We
okay,
have to varnish some more
Yeah.
wood.
Our boom gallus has 1 coat of varnish.
Yeah. Cabinet repair.
Oh, we got to fix underneath the
Yeah.
sink where everything got rotten from the leaks, and then we also tore up all that stuff when we put in the
Forward-facing sonar.
yeah. So we're gonna neaten that up and put it refix. Just that kind of quick stuff.
Yeah.
We already have the supplies for it too.
Don't
which is
worry,
really
it doesn't take a whole year. The cabinet repair.
Yeah, we're not gonna make a season out of it. We're just gonna make it like a 5-minute thing. But we actually have some pretty good ideas how to do it. So.
Running rigging.
Oh yeah, we got to mess around with the running rigging. We want to try to have like reefing from the cockpit. We want to put some tensioner setups for our boom brake right in the
Second
cockpit.
halyard.
So we're going to add a halyard because we have an extra sheave at the top, so we need to do that. We have the rope already. We did some pretty good strategic investing and stuff, so that we're kind of ready to do all this stuff.
Sweet Helen, we renovated her from the shell.
That is an epic story.
Yeah, but now we want to upgrade her to Sailboat.
The jungle shell turned into a beautiful little dinghy, and then we'll just go ahead and Helen actually found a perfect sail and stuff.
And this is pretty sweet one. Finishing the water maker.
Okay, so the water maker, we haven't talked about it much, but we have it, and I have to finish the control panel and the feeds so that I can either put water in jerry cans or give it to people. If people are desperate for water, I'll be able to give them water.
What?
Well, they can give us a fish and we can give them water, whatever, or a bag of rice or something. Is there anything else coming to doing, or what do you got? What's next?
Rebed the portals.
Okay, rebed the portals.
Our
we got some
portals
leaky
are
portals.
leaking.
You might have noticed that we have some rotten finish wood around our portals. That's all going to change. Helen's already done one, so she knows how to do it. So
should we put then the doing?
you want to move it over?
Because I did one.
It's kind of like it's one of those. You know how you're starting your workday and you want to do something that's not too challenging mentally, and it's something that's a little bit more like sweeping up a mess or scrubbing something off. Bilge pump switches. That's right. Before the trip down, we were in danger of sinking. We added a bunch of bilge pumps. And we have the switches, and a friend of ours hooked us up with a bilge pump counter that counts how many times your bilge pumps come on. And we're going to, right here on the wall, we have one bilge pump switch, but it's going to end up being like a counter. And 2 or 3 other bilge pump switches so that we can be under full control of bilge pumps, and we have a very high capacity for pumping the bilge. Wow, it's not that bad. I thought it was a lot more than that.
We didn't put the minor thing in the list.
The main idea is that we're going to go really fast, and we expect you guys to hold us to it. Every episode, we're going to try to see something in doing and something in done. Plus, we're staring down hurricane season.
Yeah.
So we want to get everything down. Let's work as a team and get this boat out where she belongs, running free on the sea. And we need to be ready for anything self-sufficient, solar, food, fishing, fun, and a lot of good times out there. Living life. And swimwear. Anyway, your dress looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Tarpon Springs is a little fashion corner of excellence.
It was funny how the shopkeeper convinced you that they want to buy anything.
I said, no dresses, our budget doesn't have dresses in it. And then it did have one, apparently, as it turned out. Well, there's a few things we don't have for our project, but we're going to put them in our Amazon wish list, which just means it's in our Amazon cart. So we're going to buy that stuff eventually. And if anybody is interested in jumping in and helping us out, because we appreciate especially the people that already have. God bless you guys. It's like, because it's tough, you know. And so we're going to keep strong. We're not giving up, and we're going all the way. And it's a one-way ticket. You guys are coming with us. Right, sweetie?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. If this is the end of the show, you know what we say.
Thank you for watching
We'll see you next time.
on Sailing Liberty.
Thanks for watching. If you like, comment. And please subscribe. We're a new channel. Every subscription counts. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you on the next show. Sailing Liberty.
Arr, bly, arr. Charge, you scallywags.
Aye, Captain.
Like any great adventure, it begins with a girl and a sword. Before you know it, the tail twists into a t-shirt.
Hey, click in the link below in description box and get one of our shirts.
Buy now and join the adventure.